Hello, humans of the world. This is Marina from Startup Human channel about reprogramming humans. And today we'll be talking about beliefs, what they are, how they originate, the types of beliefs, and something really shocking about them. Let's do it. So where do beliefs come from? And do you remember when it was the first time that you created a belief or it came to your mind when you were really little? Probably not, right? Because when you were just born, you were just reacting to things. Some things were nice when someone was feeding you, holding you in their arms, or something was not nice. You felt cold and hungry. Maybe you peed yourself and you really needed your clothes to be changed, but it wasn't happening. So later in life, somewhere, somehow, we picked up our beliefs. And children actually ask questions. Does it mean? Why? What for? And kind of drive adults crazy. They do it out of curiosity because they are creating their model of the world and they want to know how to navigate it and what everything means. So when something happens, they usually ask for an explanation or they create their own explanation, right? At first, it's just an idea, it's just a thought, plausible explanation. But if certain things happen several times and a child finds enough support or evidence of this idea, then the idea becomes a belief. And the higher the emotions, the stronger the belief. An example would be about a girl who walks by her neighbor's house and the dog jumps out and actually barks at her. She gets scared. And the first thought that dogs are dangerous, she runs away from the dog. It's just an idea, just a thought. But if something happens related to dogs in her life, like one of the kids at school gets bitten by a dog, or she watches on TV that someone actually was pursued by dogs, like, police chasing someone with dogs, she may actually have enough evidence to believe her idea that dogs are dangerous and she doesn't want to be around them and she actually needs to avoid them for the rest of her life. And actually, the primal emotion that she had when this experience happened, actually fear, right? Fear of the dog, and she wasn't really feeling good about it. So the paradox about beliefs and the shocking part is that beliefs do not have to be true. Why is that? Because when we connect certain events, usually our mind looks for evidence of the idea that we have. It doesn't really explore all possible scenarios and situations, and that's why common generalizations are happening, right? Deletion and distortion of facts. Clearly, the girl didn't look at all the dogs in the world and some positive scenarios, and that maybe it's a learning experience. It just she needs to learn how to behave around dogs so they don't scare her. So some beliefs become conscious and some become unconscious eventually. So what is the difference between a truth and beliefs? They both start with just an idea. And at first, an idea of something new is actually ridiculed because it contradicts our belief of the same thing. For example, when people first came up with an idea that Earth is actually round, not flat, it was ridiculed, it was violently opposed. However, after enough evidence was found with measuring devices, right, like telescopes and compasses and other tools, enough evidence was gathered that it is actually true. This fact that the Earth is round was accepted as self-evident, right, as common truth. Belief on the individual level starts with an idea, as I mentioned, enough references or pieces of information from our experiences collected, which becomes a belief. And then with enough strong emotion, it becomes a conviction. In some cases, this conviction, this belief may become somebody's identity. So the types of beliefs, I like this particular picture of 4 types from the book of Harry Palmer. And the book is called The Avatar Path. His whole school is actually based on how to work with beliefs, how to find limiting ones and how to change them. But according to his book, type 1 is the controlling belief, is when we are looking for plausible explanation of something happening in our life, and we kind of go back to recollections. Did it happen to us before, or is it possible, and our emotions about it? Because the main intention is to be right. And if it contradicts so much your experience, you would not believe that. Type 2 is actually the common sense, the accepted truth collectively. So we don't need to go back to our experiences and see if it happened to us before, if it's possible. We just know that it is so, because it's just common sense. We conform and act rationally. The third one is the scientist. Basically, people who do not believe in aliens or God, because they say if there is not evidence of that actually being in existence, that I don't believe it. Show me the proof and then I'll believe you. The fourth type is the opposite to the first 3, because they don't need something to experience before to know it's possible. They don't need everyone else know that it's true, and they don't need to have evidence and supporting information to basically believe that it's actually possible. They can create something by no one experiencing it before and no one knowing about it, but they just envision it, right? And then they make it happen. So you can make things happen. You can change your beliefs. And there are several ways to do that. And I will show that to you in our next video. But for now, you understand how beliefs get created, that they are just ideas that we find enough references for in our life. And, we support that with certain emotions, but eventually they can be changed, and we'll learn about it in the next video. See you soon. And